conversation, one discussion that I want to make is that of physical urges in our body and how it is related with our emotional health, our sex life, then the problem of depression. So basically there are 13 types of urges in our body which are actually the natural impulses of our body, and suppression of those impulses gives rise to a lot of problem. Now today I'm not going to discuss all the different types of urges because the whole discussion would take a lot of time. So today I'm going to discuss few of them, few of the natural urges of our body, and the rest I will again conduct in another video. So the urges of our body are the natural impulses like the thirst, the sneezing, our various emotional like tears are coming. So tears is also one kind of natural urge. In Ayurveda, the concept of Vega is there, which refers to the natural urges in our body. Now, whenever we try to suppress our urges, we control them. We do not sneeze, or if I'm feeling like thirsty, I do not go and drink water. Then that could give rise to a lot of problems, a lot of issues in our life, in our body, which would eventually lead to various kinds of diseases. Now there are 13 kinds of urges in our body, and why I am trying to make this video is because in today's life we might come across the problem of depression, which is there. It was there in my life also. Then I see a lot of problem around me who suffer from the problem of issue of depression. Various kinds of depression are there. Then the emotional health, how the emotional health could be related to our physical health. Physical health and emotional health are both related with each other. So one might think that why certain person, one person is so much emotional. I might think like when I was a school going student and even in my college life, I used to think that why am I so emotional. So that question would rise in the heart of other people also, that why am I so emotional, why my sex life is not so good, why I am finding so much of problem in my life. So those questions could be answered with Ayurveda and yoga also, because yoga is related with both our physical health and our mental health. So the question which we might face, that why am I so emotional, why my sex life is not going so well, and we might also think that why I am depressed, while other people are like I see a lot of person who are around me, they are not so much depressed, why I am depressed. So that could also be a question that comes in a person's mind. So those actually could be answered with the help of the uh, philosophy of yoga, Ayurveda. So in Ayurveda, the concept of Vega is there. So if somebody like somebody is commenting some funny question and comments, so those are not related in this topic. So let me continue with this topic only. The urges are our natural impulses of our body. For example, like I have already shared a video which describes the 13 types of urges in our body. And in Ayurveda, these are the natural impulses of our body. For example, hunger, thirst, urination, sleep, excretion. So in order to balance our health, we need to attend our urges. Now, when we talk that about health, it refers to both our mental and as well as our physical health, our mind and our physical body. We should always recognize and respond to all our impulses or urges promptly and should not suppress them. If I am feeling like to cry, I should not feel embarrassed that I am feeling so lonely or I am not feeling so good. Let me cry out. Similarly, if I am feeling thirsty or want to go for urination, I should not suppress that particular kind of urge, because imbalance of those urges or ignoring, suppressing our urges can lead to various health issues. So today I'll be discussing not all the 13 types of urges. I'll be discussing about the urge of sneezing, urination, tears, and thirst, and the urge of passing out gas. So if somebody is feeling embarrassment that passing of urination or passing of gas is being discussed, then they can very well disconnect, like taking part in this discussion, because why to make them feel this like embarrassed, because somebody might not be comfortable with these topics. It is okay for them, and others can very well attempt that how suppression of our sneezing urge can give rise to problem. So first one is the sneezing. Swallowing our need to sneeze means I'm feeling like to sneeze and I'm swelling down my sneeze over and over again may bring about severe headache problem. Stiffness in the neck means my neck is having stiffness, the muscle becomes stiff and I'm not able to move it properly. And weakness of our sense organs means our eyes, nose, tongue, ears. So sneezing, if we try to suppress, then we will be facing these kinds of problem. So we should not like suppress our sneeze. We can very well take a handkerchief before sneezing, because people around us might not like our sneezing urge. So we can take a cloth and or a handkerchief or a napkin also, and then sneeze out. Sneezing out should be there. Next is urination. So many people are there who would suppress their urge for urination also. I have drink a lot of water and have gone outside where I feel like going for urination, and there is no proper place that I can go for urination. Then I will have to like suppress. So that could give rise to problem, but and some situations might be there when we need to suppress our urination, but readily the next moment whenever we get a chance to pass out our urine, then we should do it. Otherwise the suppression of urine could cause body ache, that is body pain, kidney and urinary stones. So whenever we hear that so and so person is suffering from kidney stone or urinary stone, so the suppression of urination could give rise to these problems. Pain in the lower abdomen, so this is also a consequence of suppression of the urination. And genital area. Next is tears. So tears is also one kind of urge of our body, but tears are a natural response to emotional upheavals like extreme sadness or extreme happiness. We might have found situation when somebody is very happy, or some person gets a trophy and he or she feels like crying out. They cry out because they are very happy. So in both situation of sadness and happiness, one might cry out, and it is regarded as a kind of embarrassment, social embarrassment, that you have cried out, you are so like weak, you are so loose, you are you do not have a control over your emotion. Actually that concept is wrong. Whenever we feel like crying, both in case of sadness or happiness, we should let our tears come out, roll out of our eyes. So that is actually one emotional, like our mind, our mental health and our physical body both are related. So our mental health is like the upheaval is expressed whenever we are crying out. Our tears are coming out of our eyes. Tears are our natural response to emotional upheavals, like very sadness or very happy. Holding on to our tears means I am restricting, controlling my tears deliberately does not allow us to let go the emotional urge. I am finding a kind of emotional urge to express my emotion out, and tears come to my eyes, and right at that moment it is like the mind says that no, no, let the tears like hold on, let me not cry out, because that will be quite shameful, because that is the thinking in and around us. But the actual science or the actual philosophy says that we should release our tears, let go of our emotions, let go of the emotional urge, and thus result in build up of the subconscious mind. Means if we do not cry out, then our subconscious mind would be taking that as a feedback, and that would like stock of emotion, negative emotions especially. And ancient texts in Ayurveda actually imply that holding on to the urge of weeping, that is crying out, can cause to psychological problems. So it is a very much related and direct way of like getting relief of our emotional urge, emotional health. If we cry out, we do not become like mentally weak. It is a sign of strength, just the opposite. So if someone does not vent out their feelings through their tears, they end up with psychosomatic diseases. Suppression of tears can lead to aggravation of vata and pitta. That is, of course, the Ayurvedic way of understanding how the vata and pitta inside our body gets like imbalance happen. So nowadays we find that the problem of emotional health and the problem of depression is very much there. So somewhere actually when if somebody is suffering from the problems, those problems, then it is that person's like control over the tears, the emotions, because emotions when released, so that person would not be facing the problem of depression or emotional setback. So tears are a good sign, not a bad sign or a weak sign of a human being. Next is the urge to pass gas. Now we might feel a lot of embarrassment, social embarrassment, that how to talk about passing out gas. But we should know that it is very much natural to pass out at least 14 times in a day. If we pass out gas 14 times in a day, it is very much natural. And if we suppress that passing out of gas, then that could cause a lot of problems. So let us discuss what the urge of passing out gas refers to. The social taboo, we should not hold on to the social taboo that I am feeling like to attend my urge to pass out gas, and let me control it, because the social taboo which is there inside our mind can very well cause the effect on our physical health. It is a cause of concern, but if the gas is foul smelling, that is a very common thing, or if lot of flatulence happens, means more than 14 times if it is happening, then definitely that is a cause of some serious problem. Retention means suppression of our flatulence can cause retention of urine, retention of stool, and cause a lot of like digestive problems inside our body. So passing out of the urge of gases, fluctuants, should not be like hold back because there's a social taboo, because it is embarrassment to talk about this topic, because those urges, it isn't, obviously it is a natural urge. If we do not attend it, if we do not if we go on controlling it, suppressing it, then we would be facing problem later on, a lot of problem actually. So that was about the fluctuants. And next is the thirst. Chronic suppression of thirst can cause dehydration, dryness, coldness, weight loss, fatigue, heart, and kidney concern. So together with that, talking about the thirst, I'm also feeling thirsty, because this is a summer season and humid. Even though it is humid at our place in Guwahati, the temperature has already risen 37 degrees Celsius. So the need for drinking water is so much important. So chronic suppression of our thirst can lead to a number of problems, but at the same time we should know that we should only drink when we feel thirsty, physically thirsty, because somebody might drink a lot of water in order to not to drink water the whole day. Let me drink at once lots of 2 to 3 liters of water, or about 1 or 1.5 liter of water. So if he or she is drinking when they are not feeling thirsty, then that could be too much of drinking can be as bad as suppressing the need to drink. Means we are drinking when we are not feeling thirsty, so that could give rise to a problem like the similar to suppressing the thirst. We cannot just drink water uh, at one time in the whole day, and rest of the hours let me work, let me do something, and forgetting about the urge of thirst. Thirst should be attended whenever the thirsty feeling comes. We should not let me drink a lot of water in the morning and the whole day it will go like that. That should not be there, because that could give rise to problems which as compared as similar to as suppressing the thirst need of thirst. So whenever we just now I feel like drinking water, so I did not control that urge, I readily drank water. So other people, and for me also, just because I'm talking about thirst and urges, rest of the time or rest of the days I can go on no problem. The urge of thirst should be attended at the moment when we are feeling thirsty. So that was about some of the urges inside our body, physical urges. So these are physical urges, although if we suppress them, then that could give rise to the psychological problem also, the problem of depression, the problem of emotional health. Our emotional health could be both positive or negative, and we need to keep a balance of that, balance of our emotional health. So there are more urges which I will discuss in later on videos, so that we can get to know about our health. Our health means both our physical health and the mental health. Okay, so I think no comments have come. You all can go through this video later on, and if questions or queries are there, then let me know. Kindly let me know, because I would like to attend those questions and understand the problems of our health. I will discuss the rest of the urges in another video, another live session for sure. Let me not make this live session more longer. Thank you.